Good morning from London. It is my first of 2 full days here, at least for this part. I'll be back again after leaving for a few days. Didn't sleep super well last night, which is kind of normal on my first night abroad. I fell asleep around 9, woke up around 11, wide awake, and was awake until probably 2-ish, which isn't wonderful, and then fell asleep again on and off, and slept really well from about 5 a.m. till 8 a.m. So I think I got enough sleep to function for the day because I have an extremely full day today. I start with my first activity at 10 a.m. and my last activity gets done around 8:30 p.m. So really full day of lots of fun touristy things to do in London. With the exception of the first one, I think I've done all of these before. Nope, there's 2 things I have not done before and the rest I have. So we are going to start the day with my favorite thing to do whenever I'm in a different city, and that is a food tour. And those of you who've watched my videos before know this. If you're not familiar with food tours and this is your first time watching my channel, first of all, thank you, welcome. I hope you'll subscribe. A food tour is basically where you go to, in my case, it's going to be Borough Market, and you go around the market and taste different foods. Sometimes you stop at different restaurants along the way and try samples of foods. It is a great way to sample the local cuisine, think of some places you might want to go back to, or just foods you might want to order from a different restaurant somewhere along the way. Now, London isn't a new city to me, so I don't think anything I'm going to eat today is going to be something new. I chose a food tour that is pretty traditional British foods, fish and chips, sausage rolls, sticky toffee pudding, that kind of thing, but that's what I like, so I chose that. But in a big city like London, there are lots of different food tours with different themes to them, so you can choose something that you like. Hi, future me here. It was at this point that my mic died, and I did not realize it until I was already out and about. So we're gonna jump right here to me getting to Borough Market and starting the food tour.
As well as that, you're going to get a beverage of your choice. You can have either a tea or coffee, a soft drink, or a wheat-stable pale ale. So those are your beverage choices. You have
Done with the food tour. It was really great tasting some classic British foods, and I even have a part of a sausage roll left that I can eat for dinner tonight, so that'll be great. My next stop is right here at Tower Bridge, and then after that I will make my way over right there to the Tower of London. It's about 1 o'clock right now. My appointment to get into the bridge is at 2:15, I think. So I'm gonna make my way over there and see if they'll let me in early. And then for the Tower of London, my appointment is at 3:30. Again, I'll see if I can get in early. But those are the next 2 things on the itinerary, and it looks a bit ominous back there. So hopefully it won't rain too hard, because I made the executive decision not to bring my raincoat or an umbrella with me, which I may regret, but we'll see. So on to the next thing. So far, so great. I walked down just a little ways from where I was before, and this is a wonderful walkway. So you have the skyscrapers over there, and then you get to the tower, and then you keep going around, and then you've got the bridge. So definitely a great place for a little bit of a stroll while you're here in London. I love it. So I ended up spending so much time down here that I am now in a hurry to make my 2:15 entry time for the tower. But this area right here on the south end of, or south side of the river is amazing. I have never been down on this side before, and I'm so glad that I left some extra time in between when the food tour ended and when I was doing this tour to be able to take my time and just soak in the views. So something to remember when you're scheduling, if you're someone who likes to plan out a trip, is to leave yourself time in between things so that you can take advantage of things that you just kind of stumble onto. So now I'm going to actually cross the bridge and get into my Tower Bridge tour. That was interesting enough and only cost about £15, I think. But I don't think that's really worth it unless you're really interested in engineering or really want to see those glass floors. Like I said, it was just okay. Lots of stairs, so if you can't go up or down stairs, you definitely don't want to do this. Yeah, so I'm on my way to the highlight of the day, which is the Tower of London. One thing that's really interesting about London is you have the old, what is the tower, 1,000 years old or something, right next to the new. And that's the Shard over there, I believe. That's really new. Got about half hour till my scheduled time, so I'm charging up my phone because I'm down to like 20%. And a pretty good view to take a little bit of time. I love the Tower of London. It's probably my favorite thing here. I was just here about 1.5 years ago, and the reason I came back is because I want to see the poppy installation they have right now. So I'm just going to rest here for a little bit and then head over at 3:30. I don't remember seeing food trucks down here before, although I'm usually here in January, so that's probably why. All right, I made it into the Tower of London. I am not doing a Beefeater tour this time. I've done it several times. The last time I was here about 1.5 years ago. So I'm gonna make a beeline to the crown jewels because that is one thing I missed last time. And then we'll see after that. So that's the main thing I'm really here to see, plus the poppies, which are over there. Actually, I think they're all over, so that'll be cool to see too.
Well, you're supposed to be warning people that we're coming, but you're having a chat.
I was having a chat, that's what I was doing.
These poor people
I'll
have
warn
just been
people,
ambushed
don't
by
you
this
worry.
smell.
Watch out of the way! Filth coming through!
Hey, don't call me that!
I only called you at once.
Here's the building where the crown jewels are, and there's almost no line. I'm getting here at 3:30. They close at 5, so I think this is a good time to come here because you can see there's all kinds of these switchback things. And even when I was here in January, it was quite a long wait, so perfect. So many crowns. They're beautiful. Although I have to say, I'll insert a little personal opinion here, that I am decidedly anti-monarchy. I think the idea that someone is higher, you know, your royal highness than you because of who they were born to or who they happen to marry is ridiculous and kind of gross. But maybe that's the American way, given how our country started. So I thought I'd point that out, but it's still fun to see. So well, in front of me, let me flip around, is the White Tower. And then back there is the church and where Anne Boleyn and others were beheaded, which I want to go take a look at. Talk about ridiculous stuff, but that's history, right? So let's go take a look over there.
Executed there. Queen Catherine Howard, 5th wife of King Henry VIII. She was invited to stay there and then executed there. Sir Thomas More.
One thing that's pretty cool is I don't usually get to see the guard in red because I'm usually here in January when they're wearing gray for the winter. So it's cool to see the red uniforms. That was amazing as usual. If you only have time to do one thing in London, this to me is it. It has just anything you could ever want in a tourist attraction. It is definitely my favorite here in London, and I'm glad I came back to see it again. So I have some time to kill. I have a ticket for the London Eye, but that is whatever time I show up. And then I have a ticket for you're not in Paris, a Thames cruise that goes with the London Eye, and that's at 7:30. So I'll do the London Eye right before that and then do the cruise. So I've got maybe an hour to kill. My feet kind of hurt. I'm starting to get hungry after the food tour. So I think I'm gonna find a place to sit down, get my phone fully charged because I've only been doing a little bit at a time each couple times I've stopped to charge it. So I think that's the plan. So let's go find something to drink and eat. I stopped at Pret a Manger and I got this tuna and cucumber sandwich. What I really wanted was tuna and sweet corn, but they didn't have it in a Diet Coke. And I also stopped at the gift shop and got a magnet for the poppies and some Henry VIII socks because I like to collect socks when I travel. So I'm gonna take a break here and then head over to the London Eye in probably about an hour. I took the tube a little ways down the river. I am heading over there. Saw this yogurt place and it looks good, so I got this, which is bigger than I was expecting, but I walked all over the place, including up and down lots of stairs today. So that's like a chocolate hazelnut yogurt with cookie dough crumble and chocolate syrup. I think I've earned it. Well, that was both good and bad. As soon as we got in our little pod, it started pouring rain. So it was good because I wasn't outside, and I'm outside now, as you can see, and it's done raining, so we missed all that. Hopefully it's done raining. But the bad part was because it was raining, it was really hard to get pictures or even sometimes to see because of all the raindrops. But luckily it slowed down by the time we got all the way up to the top. So I think I got some decent pictures. It was worth it for sure. It's kind of an expensive, very touristy thing to do, but the views are really nice. I think on a beautiful day, it would be even better. So I definitely recommend it. I spent extra to get the kind of ticket that I can just walk up and not have to wait in a line. And that was great. So if that's in your budget, that is how I recommend that you do it. So only thing left for today is the Thames River Cruise. And that's in about half an hour from now. So I timed it pretty well. You know what? I changed my mind. Because it's been raining, the outside seats on the little cruise thing are going to be all wet. So you're going to have to sit inside. And I don't really want to do that. So I'm going to make the executive decision to skip the river cruise and and head back to my apartment. So that's the plan now. I think that's the right thing to do. A fun day. My legs and my feet really hurt though. That was a lot more walking than I'm used to and way more stairs than I'm used to. I can't believe how many sets of stairs that I had to walk up today, but I managed. Tomorrow won't be as difficult of a day in terms of walking, so I'll be able to recover a bit, and I'm really excited for what I'm going to do tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed following me through London on this very busy day, and that you will subscribe and watch the videos I have coming up over the next 2 weeks or so. So, see you next time. Bye.